Hi garden friends, Debbie here. My daffodils are starting to bloom and they are slow coming up, which is great because I don't want them to bloom out and I'll have a longer time to enjoy them. So in a couple of weeks when all of those are in bloom, I'll take you for a spring tour. Today I'm going to be talking about my herbs and leafy greens like salad greens, peas, and beans. I have 2 raised beds in a community garden, and I also have a farm garden, and then I do pot up some herbs or small vegetables in my own garden. In the one raised bed, I will be growing all of my salad greens, and I will also be growing my peas in the early spring and then transitioning those to beans when it starts heating up. The other raised bed, I will be growing my vegetables and herbs for soup, and I'll link that video again up above where I purchased some veggies and herbs to make soup from M.I. Gardener. I will be planting up those salad greens and the peas very shortly as soon as that raised garden opens up. It's usually towards the end of April, and my last annual frost is April 25th, and I'm in zone 6A, southwest suburbs of Chicago. And again, as far as the herbs, I'm going to be growing some of those in my own garden, and then I am going to probably do some herbs in one of the raised beds as well as the farm garden in some straw bales. And a couple of them that I'll be growing at home, I will be growing in pots like mint and basil. They sometimes get quite large and I want to kind of contain those. And again, the peas will be going in first with my salad greens, and after it starts heating up, the peas don't like extreme heat, so those will fizzle out, and I will be planting my beans to take over that spot. I do have a trellis so they can crawl up, and then on the other one for my soup, I will be having another trellis for cucumbers. So here's what I'm going to be growing. For the one raised bed, I'm going to be growing mainly smaller varieties of lettuces. So from Botanical Interests, I have Market Day lettuce mesclun, baby greens apple blossom Swiss chard blend, baby greens snappy fresh mesclun, baby greens pea shoots. I might grow some of these in a container at my house and then in the raised bed as well. Baby greens spinach and baby greens arugula. Now the best thing for the salad greens, you want to plant those early spring. Although some of my salad greens lasted through the whole summer, I just kept cutting away and it had new sprouts and it did very well. Okay, the next one I'm going to be showing you are all of my herbs. So I purchased from M.I. Gardener, Baker Creek, and Johnny's, it looks like. So from M.I. Gardener, I have broadleaf sage, triple curled parsley, rosemary rosy, oregano, thyme, chives, cilantro slow bolt, and I am going to be growing some bouquet dill as well. And I bought a big package. This has, let's see how many are in here, 85 to 105 seed, and these I'm going to be growing in the cut flower garden as well as a filler. So some more herbs that I'll be growing is basil. So this one is compact resistant basil. These will be going in the cut flower garden as a filler as well. Mrs. Burns lemon citrus basil. These get a little bit tall. Same with this one. This one looks great in the fall, cinnamon basil. And we will be using that for herbs as well. Then we have basil Genovese, basil cardinal. This one was really popular at farmers market, and it's purple ball basil. It just looks quite interesting and people had to get it. It's really pretty basil. Some more edible flowers as well as herbs, and this is mint, marvelous mint. So again, I'll put this in a container. Lavender. This is Munstead strain. Every year I get more lavender. I want to fill my garden with some lavender as well as the cut flower garden. Chamomile you could do for tea or as an edible flower. This is Kelway Golden, and some of these are perennial, so I'm going to put these in a spot so that we will leave those there. I'll probably put it near the yarrow, which is perennial. Another from M.I. Gardener, it's Vera Lavender. This one is an annual, and this is Chamomile Zloty Land. So these are going to go in my raised bed, and these are small. So this one is Prismatic Mini Head Mix Lettuce from Johnny's. This one is Salanova Home Garden Mix Lettuce. Tom Thumb Lettuce. Little Gem Lettuce. Salad Blend Rocky Top Lettuce Salad Blends, and Lettuce Gustav Salad. So those will go all in my raised bed. These are the larger lettuces, the head lettuce, and these, or they're just a mix. And some of these will go in the raised bed and some will go in my farm garden straw bales. And this is Salad Bowl Mix from M.I. Gardener. Romaine lettuce, Sunland, Bib Butter Crunch lettuce, and Crispino iceberg lettuce. So those are all my lettuces. Now we're going to be going to my peas, and I have Pea Snap Sugar Magnolia from Botanical Interests. I have from Baker Creek Mammoth Melting Sugar Peas, and this one will go in a container in my garden. This is Tom Thumb peas. Then we have the beans and Bean Bush Blue Lake, Bean Bush Contender, Gardener's Workshop Bean Bush Provider, and Landreth Stringless beans. And one of these, I believe I will do a bush bean, and I'll have a pot in my home garden as well. And let's see, I think this is the last one. It is. These are going to be your companion flowers, and also these are also edible, but they do help in your garden, so you can mix these and put them in with your vegetables or your herbs. So this gets quite large. This is borage, and this is edible, and this is from M.I. Gardener. I have quite a lot of borage, and I'll put that in my farm garden. And then from M.I. Garden, I have Jewel Mix Nasturtium, Mexican Mint Marigold. This is saying it's a perennial, so I'll make sure I put it where I will not dig it up every year. And this is Cracker Jack Mix Marigolds as well. So those are all of my herbs and my salad greens, peas, and beans. I hope you enjoyed seeing my seed haul of my herbs and salad greens. Make sure you give a little like, as this really does help my channel. Next week, I'm going to be trying my hand at growing microgreens. Lately, I've been having avocado toast, and the microgreens on it are absolutely delicious. So I figured, why not? Let's try to grow some of my own. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the notification bell for that video and many more videos to come. So I am going to get back to transplanting my seeds. I have quite a few seeds downstairs, and soon they will be going outside to get acclimated in my small greenhouses. And then I'll be transferring some of those cool flowers to the cut flower garden, some in my own garden, so make sure you stay tuned. Lots of little seedlings are growing in my grow room right now. So on a more personal note, my daughter is going to be traveling internationally for 6 months, and I will miss her terribly, but I am so excited for her to start this journey. She does have an Instagram if you guys want to follow her and her journey. And that Instagram is at keepingup_with KK. And I'll put that above and in the description box if you want to follow along with her travels. The good news is halfway through, in 3 months, in June sometime, I'm going to be meeting her in New Zealand and Australia. So I won't be having videos those 2 weeks. I'll be just doing some shorts and taking you along on my own journey, which is definitely a bucket list for me. So I hope you guys have a great week, and if you guys do celebrate Easter, happy Easter. So thanks for watching and happy gardening. Bye-bye.